Hello boys and girls, Miss Holloway here. You should be on reteaching 9-4, fractional parts of a set. All right, you should have watched the YouTube video before this video, so if you have not watched that, please stop this video and watch that first. That'll give you a little bit of a better understanding of what we're going to do. Okay, when we're looking for a fractional part of a set, we're trying to figure out how many there are in a fractional set or how many are in a section of that set. So if we had, we'll just do some circles. Let's start with 6 circles. Okay. And normally, if we have 6 circles, usually our denominator would be 6, and then our numerator would be however many is shaded in. Well, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to look for a fractional part of this whole set. Okay, so if I wanted to find 1/3 of this whole set, I would have to look at the denominator, and the denominator is going to tell me how many groups, 3 groups. So if you've watched the video, then you saw this happen in the video, but you may have been wondering, well, how did they know how many goes in a group? Because the video automatically showed how many goes in a group. But when you're doing this, you have to figure out on your own how many goes in a group. So we have 6 in all, so we're looking for 1/3 of 6 circles. So to figure that out, you're going to take 6 and divide it up into each group until you run out of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 2 in each group. So if I circle 2, I'm going to end up with 1, 2, 3 groups, which is how many groups we started with. So 1/3 of 6 is 2, because there are 2 circles in each group. Let's try another one. Let's go with 12. Okay, and we'll find 1/4 of 12. All right, so the denominator is going to tell us how many groups there are. And then we're going to take 12 and divide it up until we run out of 12. If you've noticed, really all we're doing here is dividing. We're using a strategy to divide. So if you already know 12 divided by 4, then you can easily get this answer. But we're going to pretend like we don't. You're going to draw 4 groups, and you're going to take 12 and divide it up until you run out of 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 1/4 of 12 equals 3. So you could go back up here and circle 3. And in the end, you will end up with 4 equal groups. All right, let's move to the worksheet. Reteaching 9-4. The top is just giving you an example of what we just did. So let's go down to number 1. Use the drawing at the right. Morris used 1/4 of 12 squares to make a picture. Find 1/4 of 12 squares. Okay, so we're going to use this picture. There are 4 groups because our denominator is 4. So we're going to count how many is in one group. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you could also solve that problem by 12 divided by 4 equals 3. So Morris used 3 squares. All right, numbers 2 and 3, we're going to draw a picture to help us. Thea used half of 10 blocks to build a house. Find 1/2 of 10 blocks. All right, so here's what we're going to do. You can either draw 10 blocks and then figure out how many to put in 2 groups, or you can draw 2 groups first and divide 10 until you run out. Or you can just take 10 divided by 2. So I'm going to do it this way. 2 groups, divide up 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 1/2 of 10 is 5. Nate used 1/8 of 24 crayons to draw a picture. Find 1/8 of 24. Okay, these are going to be bigger numbers, more to draw, which is fine. Or you can take 24 divided by 8 and get 3. So if you drew 8 circles and then you put 1 in each until you ran out of 24, there would be 3 in each circle. So 1/8 of 24 is 3. Okay, number 4. When you divide 24 by 6, what fraction of 24 are you finding? Find the answer. Okay, so we are dividing 24 into 6 equal parts. All right, so remember that we'll just use number 3 as an example. We did 24 divided by 8, and the fraction was 1/8. So this number right here we got from the denominator of the fraction, which means this number here we're going to get from the denominator of the fraction 1/6. All right, so we are finding 1/6 of 24. 24 divided by 6, and I got 6 from the bottom, from my denominator. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Okay, turn the page and do the practice side on your own. Good luck.